Count, but that don't matter now, 'cause when you smile I see the sun sink down on the coast out in California.
What's going on, guys? Angel Talamantes here with Click Leads Local. If you guys just heard that song, that's Jimmy Allen. He will be at the Minnesota State Fair July 29th and 30th, and we will be covering him. So come on out to the State Fair 29th, 30th, and join us. But today we have something even more important than that. We have Kim Madden here. Troy, with the intro.
Yes, Kim Madden is just a ball of enthusiasm. She's just such an amazing person. And I first met Kim through title boxing classes. Yep. But since then, that was about a year ago. In the last, has it been about 3 or 4 months, Kim, you've gotten into real estate full time now.
Yep.
And you are blowing it up on social media. You're just an amazing person.
Thank you.
And yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into real estate, why you got into real estate.
Oh boy. So yeah, I started the whole process early in the year. Like I was thinking about it prior to 2018. And I had people telling me for years, you need to go into real estate. You love people. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. And as I've gotten just a little bit more seasoned, older, I just need to slow my body a little bit. I was in fitness industry for years, and I love that, and I'm passionate about helping people. So the going into real estate just seemed like a natural progression. I can still help people and get to know them and hang out with them, and I love it. Absolutely love it.
And you work for the Realty Group.
I work for Realty Group, and I'm on Pinnacle team.
Pinnacle?
Pinnacle, gosh, imagine that.
You're in good company, yes.
We are. Absolutely.
How'd you find the Realty Group? How'd you decide to work with them?
So it was a really, really cool thing. A hockey dad that I knew from way back when my son played hockey, he reached out when he knew I was in the process of getting my license. He's like, Kim, you got to come over to my team. And he never mentioned what the name of the team was. And then I had somebody else contact me and say, oh, you should really come to my agency. Let's get together. Let's talk about it, what we have to offer. And I'm like, cool. I'm going to go and check it out. It so happened that they both were from the same Realty Group.
The Realty Group.
And so then I went in and I talked to Long, and he's the owner, one of the owners of Realty Group. And I went and I sat down with him, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, I used to work with your wife at Title Boxing. So then it's just like my world got really super small, and I basically looked at him and said, I think I'm supposed to be here talking to you. And then when I was chatting with him, why I talked to quite a few other places, and Realty Group was actually the first agency that didn't talk to me about money first. And I love that. They said, if you are in it for the money, you're in it for the wrong reason. We are in the people business. And I'm like, oh, this place totally speaks my language. And I'm like, tell me more. And I was hooked almost from that moment on.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's good for the other real estate companies to know. It's not all about the money for everybody interested in working for them.
If it was about the money, I wouldn't have did anything that I've done in my life so far.
Exactly.
I'm pure passion driven.
Speaking of that, what else have you, what are some of the other things you did in your life before real estate?
So I was a hairstylist for years.
We can tell. Look at her hair.
Oh, yeah. I do so much with it now,
Look at that.
And I still have people reaching out and asking me to do their hair, and I keep those relationships going for forever. And then I was in fitness for years as well, and I really love that. And I still do just a little bit of that. I still run a private nutrition group helping people, and I do a free boot camp out on Saturday mornings really early. And
very cool.
Yeah.
And you're a big Gary Vaynerchuk fan, right?
Oh, huge.
As am I.
You were just down in Rochester.
Very cool.
At his event.
Oh, my
What'd you think of that?
I was blown away. I was super inspired. You know, I went home and I started to just rethink some things, and even the gals that spoke before, I was like, wow.
Yeah, Rachel knows what she's really good. Rachel knows exactly what she's talking about. And Gary up there as well. Normally he's spitting truth. How did you feel about Gary? By the way, I know sometimes he's a little vulgar, sometimes he's a little direct.
He speaks my language.
Big smile.
I don't get offended very easily.
You don't get it. Okay, that doesn't offend you at all.
No.
Because I think that's a really important thing in business too. Is that if that offends you, maybe that's not the right client relationship or not the right relationship for you.
And I think that you draw the people that you're supposed to draw by being your authentic
Who you are.
self.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly
And your authentic self, Kim, is just talking to people and just making people smile.
Yep.
And the reason I brought up Gary Vee is because you are actually doing something called Local Love,
Yep.
which is you're out there interviewing local businesses in the community
Yep.
and just doing it live and giving them some free publicity and having fun with them.
Yes.
Tell us, how did you come up with that idea?
So I was sitting there thinking, like I said, in my fitness world in here, I have a hard time letting go of people, and I want to continue to help them, and I love helping people feel comfortable. And I'm like, how can I maintain and continue this relationship with people? Well, by helping them feel comfortable moving into their neighborhood. I feel that when businesses thrive, people love their homes more. And I just thought, well, if I go around to these hidden treasures that a lot of people don't know about until they've lived there for 15, 20 years, what better gift than to say, hey, here's your new home, here are some awesome places. And then I do a welcome basket for anybody who buys through me, and then I push that business right back to the communities so they feel right at home from the day they move in.
What a great thing. Dorothy Lindbergh, she says, you're rocking this with a big heart face. She says, you're already crushing it. Awesome.
I've got such a huge, I mean, the support that I have around me is absolutely amazing, and it's pretty cool.
Yes.
And I get to meet all those amazing people when I do Local Love. It started out as, okay, I don't quite know how this is going to happen, but
So how'd you do it? Who was your first business you
my
interviewed?
first interview was actually Lana down at
Title?
down at
Yoga Bliss?
yeah the yoga
Blistopia?
place in Blaine,
Absolutely.
for sure.
No doubt. And then since then, you've gotten quite a bit of traction. In fact,
Yeah,
isn't your #1 video viewed 14,000 times? Is
over
that right?
14,000.
Oh, wow.
I think it has like over 160 shares, and it was for Picker's Paradise. And Mary, the gal who puts it on, just amazing, amazing, amazing. I hope a lot of people got out there to see it. She said it was packed out there and fun. I mean, seriously, fun stuff. So it's lovely to be able to give back to people who...
Yeah, and then the law of
Deserve it.
reciprocity is always in effect. You highlight these businesses, you take
Yeah.
care of your current customers, and naturally the business will come back to you,
Yeah.
tenfold.
Have
Well,
you
and I
been,
hope
have
that-
you been talking to me? It's like we've been talking a little bit.
Just a
I
little
love
bit,
it.
Angel.
I love it. But yeah.
I just feel that this is also a way for people to get to know who I am. And, I may not be everybody's cup of tea, but if, they might say, hey, she seems really fun. I would like to, do some business with her.
How can people reach you, Kim?
Oh, well, they can text Kim Madden to 36260. Otherwise, they can message me on Facebook, and that number gives them my personal app. So
Oh, wow.
they text that number, they get my app. They actually get the connection to all my Local Love ones as well. So if they're looking for some cool things to do in the Twin Cities, they get
Really?
instant connection to that.
On the app? I'm going to download that.
And then you can get finance information. You can do some home searching, even if you've just even thought about home searching without getting out on some of those groups where as soon as you click on it, you get 88 people calling you.
Oh, I know.
That can
So
be a little
frustrating.
overwhelming at
Do you
times.
buy leads like that or do anything like that?
You know what? I'm kind of, I like to draw people to me. I have never been one to chase much of anything. And I just like to do things fun and happy and hope I draw the right people.
And it looks like Roy says, great job, Kim.
Oh.
Mike McMagnus says Station 57 had a ton of new Facebook followers after she highlighted us.
Really?
That is awesome.
Aren't you
That-
doing the Vikings, some sort of Vikings
I am
Packers thing
doing
there?
a big event at Station
All right,
57.
we gotta hear about this.
So it's September 16th at noon. Come on out. I hope I don't lose business over this, but I am a Packer backer.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no. This side of the table is not.
I'm not happy.
Oh,
And I used to
skull.
do that at the boxing place where I'd have
Right.
the fans line up against one another. I'm all about
You'd have the
fun.
boxers fight each other?
Well,
The
they
Vikings-
wanted to, but they drew the line. I don't know why. But yeah, it should be a fun night, and we're actually getting together. Mike and I are getting together tomorrow to work out some details
Station
about
57 in Anoka. It's
The first
Packer
official-
Viking
yeah.
event.
Yeah.
And that's the first
The first
game
official.
in September, is it?
September 16th.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to check.
You're
that
gonna
out
have to
myself.
come and check
That'll be
it
fun.
out. Yeah,
No
and I mean,
doubt.
what an awesome thing to be able to meet all these cool people. Most of the businesses that I've done local love for have been new to me
Sure.
as well. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've lived here all my life. And
So
I
how
did-
do you decide on what businesses you want to highlight?
Well, at first, I asked people, what's your favorite place that makes your neighborhood extra awesome?
Okay.
And then I called them up, and I was getting some pushback because a lot of companies who are you and what do you want? And then I started sending out some videos, and then they're like, wow, you really don't want anything
What's
from
wrong?
us. Yeah, what's wrong with you? What are you doing? And yeah, so now I have places calling me saying, gosh, I would love you to come out and show us a little love. And so that's super cool. That actually
doubt.
gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.
That
Just,
is super exciting what you're doing.
Yeah.
So if I'm considering selling my house out there,
Yeah.
why would I want to call Kim Madden?
Because I'm going to do exactly what it takes to get you the price you want in the time frame. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I mean, I'm
Okay.
pretty driven. I'm known to never stop.
I agree with that. Being my boxing coach, I never did so many crunches in 10 minutes
My
than with you.
Right? Right?
My goodness.
And besides, I work on a team. So you get me, plus you get the other 40 of us that are all
40
working.
people on your team?
Yeah, it's close to 40 on our team.
massive.
And they're amazing. Got years of experience, years of talent. Anything from if you have questions with, if you want to build, if you want to flip, if if I'm in a home and I don't know what's going on, I take a picture, I send it
Sure.
out to my team, and I get an instant,
Well, yeah, like
this is what's
earlier,
going on, and
you
I
were-
love it.
Exactly. And earlier you were telling me about that commercial lead, which you don't do commercial real estate yet, but you have, I'm sure, someone on your team or in your network that you can hand that
yeah.
off to, right?
Absolutely, because
benefit.
I want the best for whoever I'm helping. If it doesn't go to me personally, I just want the best for any person who calls it.
And you were talking to us earlier about the vision board you did with your team.
I did.
Do you want to at least tell us a little bit about that? Maybe few things you put on your vision board?
Yes.
The crazy one. So I'd never done a vision board, and I do a lot of reading. And a lot of the books that I read, they talk about these vision boards. And, I'm big into putting out positive vibes and positive energy. And I was taught really young, the more you give, the more you get back. And it's usually 100 times, And I'm like, cool, I'm going to try to do this vision board. It was tough. It was really tough to narrow down exactly what some huge life goals are.
Yeah.
And I'd never done it before, and so it was tough. And I'm like, okay, now I'm going to share it with my team, which that's kind of intimidating because now I got all these people going, let's see if she's going to accomplish these things that she put out there.
Now it's going to be on record. That's
now
what
the
I
world's
love.
Gonna go,
Now
let's see,
we're
it's
gonna
5
know.
years of what's going on.
Oh, that's what we want.
So the Gary V thing, I think it was Rachel or one of the two gals in the beginning were talking about writing a book and how she had never done it. That has been my goal since I've been in the 7th grade.
So cool.
So
Fiction, nonfiction?
I don't know. It could be a comedy. It could be a dark comedy. It could
We're
be a
not sure
drama.
yet.
I have no idea what this book will entail. Probably a little bit of everything. So I had that on there. I wanted to do a podcast.
Oh, cool.
And
Look at that.
within 2 hours, you messaged me seriously, and I said to I messaged my team. I'm like, this is some powerful shit going on right here. I should have put more on this vision board. But most of my stuff is about wanting to reach out and be remembered for
Leave a
really
legacy.
positively influencing and affecting other people's lives.
Oh,
So.
I love that.
Me too. I love it. And actually, what was funny, I just got done watching the movie on Ray Kroc and McDonald's.
The founder.
The founder, that's what it was called. And I really enjoyed it. But the thing that stuck out to me the most was, I love Ray Kroc, the entrepreneur. He did anything that he had to do to make things work. But what I don't like is the legacy that he left.
Right.
And it just goes to show you can make as much money as you want and make as much impact as you want. But if you're going to make an impact on the world and leave your legacy as something negative, as a snake,
Right. That's not it.
all the money in the world is not worth the legacy that you leave. And I think that that's something in business that hit me really hard.
You didn't like
And
that he
I'm so-
stepped on the
sure.
Kroc brothers'
I
throat?
don't like
Or
that
the,
at all. Like I said,
McDonald brothers?
I'm as in business. I like to say that I'm as savage as it gets, but
Right.
not at the expense of somebody else.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
I can't. It made me frustrated watching. I almost had to turn it off because it was. I mean, at the end, if anybody's seen the video here or seen that movie, it's on Netflix right now. I still think, but at the end they said that they spit shook on a 1% royalty, and he ended up never paying the royalty because there was no proof. And back in those days,
they would have made hundreds of millions of dollars on that deal, right?
And spit shaking back then was your word, and that's all you have.
And I think that's all you do have now.
And that's
I don't
still
know.
all you have. And all this technology, like you learned at Gary Vee, just makes us more transparent about who we are. So if Ray Kroc would have had all this transparency, I'm sure he would have played the game a little bit differently. But I think legacy is so important. But yeah,
I agree.
And I just, that really inspires me as I talk to you, that you really do care about other people on the other end. They're not just somebody who gives you money, like Grant Cardone up there. If you guys can see the camera, who's got my money. That is that. I do believe that, but in the same breath, not at the expense of somebody else.
Right.
Who's got my money?
See?
Awesome.
Although I still believe this. There's
Uncle G.
Uncle G.
Although, I ask myself all the time about if I won the lottery, would I still do what I do? And if the answer is no,
you're not
I
in
have
the
to make some changes.
Of course.
I like that question.
I love that.
I'm going to use that.
I
That's
love that
excellent. So the market at the beginning of the year, Kim, was really weird. There was tons of buyers. The houses were appreciating like crazy. That was kind of April, May.
Yeah.
And now we're getting into August, September.
Yep.
Is the market the same? Or has it shifted a little bit?
It's shifted a little bit. It's slowed down just a little bit. The house prices are probably those, it's still a seller's market, but they're not. It's just slowing down. I think, the interest rate's just sneaking up just a little bit. But, there's still houses out there, and sellers are still going to sell, and buyers are still going to buy. It's just after July 4th, it does tend to. People come back from vacation, and everything just kind of settles just a little bit.
So I already talked to you about if I was a person considering selling my house. If I wanted to buy a house, why would I want to go with Kim Madden?
Because I know the Twin Cities, man. I go out there, I get it done. If there is a area, and I think you and I had talked about door knocking possibly.
Oh, I love door knocking.
He's the man at it.
We could have a whole show on going.
This guy is a salesman. He can really do it.
But if it's if I have a buyer, if there's an area that somebody really wants to go to, then we're gonna go
Giddy
there.
up.
You're gonna go there, and
you'll find them the house.
Absolutely, knock on that door, see if there's any interest in selling or.
And the funny thing
bashful. I'm not, I'll do whatever it takes.
I thought you were a little bit bashful.
I was maybe back in the day. Way back in the day, I was horrifically bashful, but not anymore.
Tell us the story on the day you said, I'm not going to be bashful anymore.
Oh, gosh, that was a powerful moment. My parents, my mom, she was just a little firecracker, but they owned a dry cleaners, and I worked for them. I was about 16, and this guy came in to pick up his dry cleaning, good-looking guy, and I got all nervous, and seriously, I was incredibly bashful. And I tripped because I'm not the most graceful person. I spilled money all over the place, and my mom's like, oh, she always gets nervous when you good-looking men come in, and I'm like, that's it. Never again. Never again. Nobody will ever be able to embarrass me like that again. So I've embraced my bloopers. And as you get older, if you can't laugh at yourself, man.
Oh, that's so true.
It's yeah. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just me.
That's all you can be. I have Muhammad, the insurance guru, saying Minnesota accent. He doesn't like our accent. That's mean. Hey, we like Minnesota.
Muhammad's out there from California. He's a Vikings fan, though. So we'll give Muhammad some credit.
We'll take that, though. We'll take that.
Go.
And then Melody says, haha, Troy, go Green Bay.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, Melody.
And then my other video guy, Sam, says, hey, help you guys have fun. You guys are out there killing it. So I love it. There. So you being the Twin Cities guru.
Okay.
Tell us 3 places that anybody, let's say Gary Vee came from New York.
Okay.
What are the 3 places that he has to visit before he leaves the Twin Cities?
Okay, he has to have dinner at Cork.
Cork. Where is that?
It's downtown Anoka. He has to go in. He's got to visit Bobby and Billy, the 2 owners, and he's just going to have an amazing experience. He's going to have the best food he can have, and he's going to meet the coolest owners of a restaurant ever. He's got to go to the Wicked Wart. I have I'm not a craft beer drinker. In fact, that was the first craft beer that I had tasted. And man, they know how to do it right over there.
Is that New Hope or Crystal?
Robbinsdale.
Robbinsdale.
And Steve over there is going to take care of you, right? He's got an incredible story. You got to go ask him personally how he started this business, and just incredible place.
Awesome.
And geez, there's just so many places. If Sweet Maddie Lou's, you gotta go get a cupcake
Something
from Sweet Maddie. Yeah.
We know them.
I
mean,
they're opening their third location.
I know it, and it's this young girl that's like this. She's out there killing it with cupcakes. I absolutely love it.
Write her down, will you?
Yep.
We're gonna.
We know Maddie.
Yeah.
I've done a video for Maddie before. We actually insure Something Sweet by Maddie Lou. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, Vikings cupcakes.
There
I don't
you
get
go.
Packer cupcakes.
That's
I'm
what
gonna have to
we
talk
like.
to her about this event. Maybe she can
She would.
do a little
Guarantee.
switch.
So I also have Tracy. She says Kim is my coworker. She's a beautiful person inside and out.
Oh, thanks, Jason.
And then
Very cool.
John Kobinski says, "Awesome job, Kim."
Oh, great.
So they're doing great. So
Pure energy.
We sat down with Megan and Angela Ferboni, and for the viewers who haven't heard it yet, that's our previous episode. They were talking a lot about VRBO and Airbnb.
Okay.
What do you see that as a hot opportunity for, say, investors or people, even just your average Joe? Talking to Megan and Angela, they say that we've got some hidden equity inside our house that we can really make some moves and stuff.
Right.
In Airbnb and VRBO, how does Airbnb and VRBO affect the real estate industry since it's been created there? I know it's a big question, but
I said, they go, where's my team? That's what
Right.
I'm thinking right about now. Gosh.
Well, it's kind of changing the industry because
It really
most
is.
are long-term leases, and now people are deciding to rent them out their homes out on a daily, weekly basis. It's kind
Right.
of changing the game.
And for me, I love, as the entrepreneur style, I love looking at little tiny pockets and niches of ways to make money and be there before other people.
Sure.
Gary V-esque there, but I'm really interested in Airbnb and VRBO in the sense that, me being a millennial, whatever, we like freedom. We like to travel. We don't want a big house. We want a small house with the experience. And for a lot of realtors trying to sell to millennials, that's one thing, is we're not looking for the 8 rooms and 6 bedrooms
Right.
on somewhere
that
in a
more
nice spot.
on
We
the
like
go.
we like to be flexible. I want to have 2 places that I can go back to, back and forth to, and
Right.
not have to be
And rent them
anything
out
special.
while you're
And
not
rent them
there,
out
right?
while we're not at the other one, making income that way
That's
and being mobile.
happening. It's crazy.
Right.
And that that's really what millennials are. My view on Airbnb have. Is that something that you've been looking into? Is that something that people have came to you more or less for?
I have not really had a whole lot of experience. Like I said, I'm pretty new to the industry and stuff. I know that people on my team, they're probably really versed in all that stuff. And I mean,
You've
years
got a
of
great
experience.
team, Kim, but you know what? I wouldn't, I would go with you over somebody with 10, 15 years experience just because your passion. Your
I'm
passion and
super
the
passionate.
fact that you will get it done. And that's what
if
people
I
should
don't know
focus on.
something about it,
You
I'm
just
going to
told me
learn
you
it.
didn't. You didn't
Yeah.
know. There was no way you trying to go around things. That's something I can really respect, because if you don't
Absolutely.
I'm
understand
pretty
it,
doggone transparent. And I'm not a great poker player, so you can see it right on my
See
face
right through
anyway.
Room,
But I tell
desk-
you what,
Okay, go ahead.
I'm studying.
You got it. Here's another question for you. Room, desk, or car? What do you clean first?
Oh gosh, room, desk, or car? It's not my car. My kid's like, holy smokes! He took me to the airport and he came back and was like, oh my god! He detailed my car. He's like, how do you live in your car? So I would say my room, because I need the space around me to not be super cluttered. Otherwise, it gives me actually anxiety. I don't mind. I know where my papers are, even if my desk is a mess. I'm like, don't move my papers.
The
'Cause
method to the
I sat on
madness.
there. Yes, I got sticky notes. Just don't move anything. But the space around me, I like to have.
Very cool. On a
pretty
scale
clear.
of 1 to 10,
Yep.
how weird are you?
whoa, uh-oh.
That's a loaded question. On what day? I'm probably pretty close to that 10 mark for some. I just I'm a free
Being different
spirit.
is good. You know?
I'm a free spirit. If somebody says that I'm average, woo, I don't
Well,
like.
it's to be
I don't like
average, right?
average. I don't like fine. I don't like those kind of words. So I'd rather be out there. Just
We'll
look
say
at.
you're 9.5 out of 10.
I would say that.
In a good way, though. A good type of weird.
Yeah.
I love it. So rapid question round.
Yeah.
Your favorite restaurant?
It's Cork.
Awesome. Favorite candy?
Nut Goodie Bar.
Favorite cereal?
Ooh, I don't
Do you
eat
eat
cereal.
cereal? Oatmeal. Favorite oatmeal?
Just old fashioned.
Just old fashioned fun. Favorite movie?
Sandlot.
Oh,
Baseball.
cool.
That hits a
That is
special
cool.
a special place in my heart. Favorite Minnesota city?
I would say Andover. Right, that's where I live. So I love it.
Favorite vacation?
Punta Cana right now.
Favorite sport?
Football.
Well, there we go.
Your favorite show as a child?
Happy Days. Loved Happy Days.
That's great. And the
Kim,
last
you're
one, who is your favorite teacher?
Oh gosh, Mr. Cody, Gary V. Yeah, as an
Your
adult, it would be
favorite
Gary V.
school teacher?
It would be Mr. Cody.
Mr. Cody.
Yeah,
What was it about Mr. Cody?
he made learning fun. He made learning fun. We had to write a bunch of stuff, and he was really approachable and accessible, and yeah, he was fun. I loved it.
Just like Mr. Cody's fun, you like to make real estate fun.
Yeah,
Right, Kim?
True.
for sure. If it's not fun,
Why are you doing? Why are
gonna
you doing it?
last long.
Then
Right?
why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Any more questions, Troy?
No, I don't think so. I think you did an awesome job, Kim. I'm excited to watch you grow your business and
Thank
keep
you,
dominating.
Thank you.
So
Thanks
much.
for having me.
Yes. Tell the viewers how they can find you. What's the best way what can they do right now to reach out to you?
They can text Kim Madden to 36260.
36260. Okay,
Otherwise,
that's
you,
interesting.
You can
Say that again.
36260. Just text Kim Madden. Then you're going to get my personal app. You can email me at kim.madden@pinnaclerealtymn.com. Or you can give me a phone call at 612-518-4694.
That's
Perfect.
great.
And I will answer with a smile.
I love it.
Awesome.
The finishing comments are Tracy says I love her and Dorothy says she makes everything fun.
Aww.
Yes, it
Thanks,
is true.
guys.
Love it. This has been Angel Talamantes with Click Leads Local, and this has been your local business spotlight podcast.
Thompson Pinnacle Insurance.
Till next
Awesome.
time, guys. We'll see you later. Thank you, Kim.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks, Kim.